I played a scenario a few nights ago, but I didn't feel I did it correctly, so I revisited the game book. Actually, it's over 200 pages. I just skimmed over the rules again. I played this a long, long time ago, but so I had to catch up on the rules again. So as I said, this is the Grand Tactical series by MMP Company, and this is the Bastogne game set, and the scenario is the Wiltz scenario, and Bastogne's over here. So tonight I just going to do a quick overview of the setup. This is a actually a paper board game, but there's a software online that someone put it together so they can PB, we call it PBEM, pay by email. And so this is a really, really simple introductory scenario, just a few units. So the Germans are coming in towards Bastogne, but they have to cut across the city of Wiltz first. And German, so let's take a look at the counter chit information. As I said, they use the just for, I guess, for fun, to be different. The Germans do not use the NATO symbols like the American units, so they use the German, actually World War II Wehrmacht symbols. So as I said, this is a bicycle unit, the circle, and let's just start over here. 5 means the quality, the morale. The higher the better, so it's 5, so it's not too bad. At that time, towards the end of World War II, Germany formed battle groups. They called that camp groups, and then they named it after one of the officers. So that's why you can see the pink of the color bar means that they're in the same formation. There are different ways to activate the phasers. But anyway, it's too complicated. So 4, okay, no, I will say so 5 is the chip quality. So you need to die roll to be better, the same or lower than this in order to do much of the stuff activities. So 5 is the chip quality, the higher the better. And the bottom number means the movement points, the action points. So for example, this graphic design means that this is woods and this is clear hacks. So in order to move through the wooden the forest, it takes 3 of the movement points. Clear hacks is still take 2 movement points. So in other words, the most, for example, this unit can do just move 1 hacks because they already took away 3, they only have 2 left. These are the 2 steps. As I said, if you have cohesion hits and so on, then you will flip over to 1 step, and after 2 cohesion hit losses, then 1 step is gone until it's totally gone, eliminated. And over on this side, this 4 means the firepower, which is quite important. So you compare to the Americans, you can see 3 and 4, so that means this has had a little bit, greater firepower than the engineers. So they use a NATO design. These are the American units. So E upside down sideways means engineer units. So 4. And even the background color, the pink also designate had different meanings. So pink denotes that these are small arms. So when you consult the combat result table, okay, where did it go? This one here. So it coded the different colors so you can correspond to see the combat result. So pink is small arms. So uh, the second line, the second row, so it's fine. Even the engineers, they are the same. Okay, no big deal. And sometimes there's another number here, like the mortar unit. So this is the German symbol for mortars. So this is four. That means a range of four hexes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy can hit a target up, up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, even one hex further. When there are no numbers shown, that means they can only shoot into the adjacent hex. So because small arms, so that makes sense. I forgot the distance that it represents for each hex. I don't know, maybe 100 yards or so. So because this game is quite detailed, it's a tactical war game. K4, there's a lower number, is the assault value. So instead of just firing with guns, they can also make a charge on assault. That means a direct attack into the adjacent hex. So actually, most of the time, these numbers are similar. Well, not always, but so the firepower and the assault value, the smaller one. And down at the bottom here, the this number here, like 0 or +1, this is the defensive value. So before you do the die roll and then you consult the chart, you have to get the total firepower. So that means that this is shooting at this guy here. So let's say this guy is here. Okay, let's put it here. So 4, usually in order to be successful, it has the die roll again has to be equal or lesser than this value. As you saw last time, we had to do modifiers, all these stuff here, how many hexes away, and upslope or the density, the steps for the defenders. You make adjustments. So usually it's 4 minus the defensive value. But for some reason, engineers has a I told you double negative defensive value. So instead of minus plus, so that means actually 4 will become 5. So it's sort of the opposite. It would benefit the defense value. In this case, the attacking value to even a greater number to a 5, a higher firepower. So, why? I don't know. Maybe they're engineers. So basically, this is what all the configurations and the numbers mean on the hexes. On the counter sheet. We call this a counter sheet. And this game, in a sense, is good because even the paper game, the hexes are larger than usual because now people don't play this kind of board games. So most people who play are dying off, So just like me, the vision eyesight for old people is not too good, so they make the hex larger. But for the computers, they can zoom in and zoom out. But yeah. And the last one you mentioned is if I remove the chits, so you can see the map itself. So as I said, you have to make adjustments, different movement points because depending on the terrain, the hexes. So you mentioned that to go through a wood hex, a forest takes 3, clear hex is 6-2, etc. And there's also a line of sight calculations, to see whether the line of sight is blocked, but somehow it doesn't work for this game module, but it's okay. It's not important because it's small arms in this particular scenario, so it's just right the adjacent hex. So yeah, so that line of sight is no problem. And you also see the little darker edges around here. So these are the slopes. And for the slopes to move across here, to fight across here, also have adjustment issues that we have to do. So for instance, See, so for instance, the darker green here means this one here slopes. So in other words, it already costs us 3 movement points to move from here to here, but you have to move across the slope either up or downhill. Then we have to add one, so it costs us 4. So the jet only has 5 movement points. So basically, these guys, oh, actually even 4. So basically, they can only move 1 hex because 3 just to move from hex to hex, and plus 1 upslope or down slope. So it's 4 already. So they can't. The most they can do is just move, for example, 1 hex, and that's it. But it's all right. And furthermore, if you look in the woods, yes, I told you it costs 3, and then clear hexes it costs 2. Well, there are 2 numbers because it depends on whether you are in column or you just, on a regular inline status. So you are in column, you get to move faster, but the modifiers when you attack or when you defend. And finally, okay, I want to say you can also see the notes 1 and 2 next to the woods. So these are green, so these are all woods. And so usually common sense would say this is up and this is a little bit further down, So, so if you look at notes 1 and 2, that's why I told you this game is too complicated. But stand up. So note 1, it's okay for infantry, does not matter. But for note number 2, so if they are being attacked by green, yellow, and stuff, the modifier is 0. There are no modifiers to it. So if not, then for example, the final modifier is -2. So in other words, I just told you a little bit earlier. So if this guy, the American engineer unit, is attacking this bicycle German unit, so it's 3 to a defense value of 0, for instance. So it's 3 minus 0 is still 3. But because the bicycle guy unit is inside the forest, so he has the -2. Armor and armor are the same, so it will be 3 minus 2. So the American, if they attack this unit the way it is, his attack value is only 1. So in order to be successful, the die roll has to be 1 or 0, which I think is impossible. So, okay. Yeah. So maybe this is a introductory scenario. It's real simple. And the other thing I quickly want to mention is that in addition to the woods in the forest, the defenders, what they get to modify. Also, when you're going uphill and downhill, there's notes. You can see notes 5 and 6. So look at 5 and 6. It doesn't matter, applies to tanks and trucks. Okay, no infantry. 6 also means if they're attacking, if defender is defending upslope, then the assault is decreased by 1. So going back to the same example again. Okay, so this one, there's no adjustment because they are on the same level. But let's say this engineer is here. He wants to attack this bicycle unit, which is upslope, as I told you just a little bit earlier. So, yeah, yeah. So sometimes you just have to use intuition. So like this is downslope, this is upslope. You might argue otherwise, but okay. So let's say 3 attacking this unit, a value of 3. So 3 minus 0 is 0 defense value. But remember they're in the woods, so they have -2 apply to it, so 3 drops to 1. And furthermore, because of the upslope, they will have a further -1 adjustment. So 3 -2 for the forest and -1 for attacking upslope. So 3 will become 0. So that means, yeah, basically they can even attack if they want to. Okay, so basically this is how the game system works. So I told you the other night, it's a really, really tedious game. So, yeah. So even though I'm semi-retired, I just don't have time to play all these kind of games. So unless I save it after a couple of moves, then I come back to it later. So this is just an introductory scenario. So you can, imagine in some of the full-blown, campaign scenario, the whole Bastogne map, I think it could take you a week, just to play a couple of turns. So it is really, really, really time consuming. Yeah. But it's good because this game really detailed. So, yeah. So even before you play the game, as I said, you have to sort of study the layout, the terrain and what you have, and see where you should go, etc. Some scenarios also have reinforcements. It get really confusing, really, really, really confusing. And Normandy, but not this game, this Bastogne, but in Normandy, they have amphibious invasion, so they even more rules for that game. Yeah, it's just crazy. Okay, it's just crazy. But all right, so I hope this video helps myself actually more. Yeah, so yeah, yeah. Sometimes you use intuition to study the map. The defender should be have modifiers they can use to their advantage, like uphill, up slopes, or in the forest and so on. Attackers won't have to be wanting to clear, especially have tanks and panzers and so on. Yeah. All right. That's it for now. I'm going to sign off. Okay.